Okay. I hope I can hear you. So let's talk about query management. As I informed as I've informed you all in the last session that we will be talking about the query management. Any questions for the last sessions that we had a discussion? The topic that we had, discrepancy management. Okay. Um, the last session was about the discrepancy management. Let me talk about once again. The discrepancy is nothing but any inconsistencies that we find in the clinical trial data and which needs to be verified, which needs to be corrected, because every data that is being generated from the clinical trials patients or the subjects is going to the regulatory authorities who will review and analyze and tell whether the drug is safe and effective. So when I am sharing this data to the regulatory authorities, when the data is reviewed or the overseen by the regulatory authorities, that means it should be correct. There shouldn't be no errors. There shouldn't be no. There shouldn't be. Sorry, there shouldn't be any errors. There shouldn't be any gaps, mistakes, or any discrepancies overall. Like for example, no deviation from the protocol in the overall. If I say, that means there shouldn't be anything against the protocol. That means every data, every test that we are doing should be according to the clinical trial protocol. So that means no gaps, no errors, no mistakes, and anything. That means it should be 100% correct. Now, it's not so easy to ensure that all the data is correct. It's not very easy to ensure 100% data should be correct on all the time, right? Because sites makes mistake. There won't be any doubt. I told you people, right? There was not there was once when I was working in the data management team in my previous company. Almost every study I handle, we see almost an average of thousands of the queries for each site for a year. That means every site gets minimum of 1,000 queries in a year for every data point that they are entering. But again, it differs number of subjects that the site has, right? And also that whenever the data is being entered, or whenever the data is uh, entry completed after patient visit, the data will be analyzed by the data management team, clinical research associates, medical monitor, everyone. Because at the end, we only need the data. Now, let's talk about what this data can do. You all getting my point, guys? Okay. So now, whenever whenever we are entering the data in the clinical data management team, it is important to ensure that it has no gaps. But how do I ensure? How do I tell that the data is correct? How do I know that even the data is valid? We review the data. Last time I mentioned every data that is entered will be reviewed by the data management team according to the data management plan. So we already discussed about what is the data management plan. So data management plan talks about how the data needs to be reviewed, how the data needs to be analyzed, who is the responsible person to review the particular data, right? That's what data management plan talks about. Now, let's say I'm taking this session. Whenever I talk something, like if you get some doubt, so you message me stating that I have a question. What you'll do, you'll question mark it. That means you ask as a question because you have some doubt, or you did not understand something, or I said some mistake, or I gave some gap in the session what I've said, right? So that's a question. That's nothing but a query to me to 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 are expecting a further clarification from me. That means you are expecting a clarification from me so that you'll understand completely, or you will understand what is right, what is wrong, or if you have understood something wrong, my explanation can make you understand better. If I don't make you understand, you'll again ask me top of that one more additional question, or you'll ask me again same question because you are not understood my explanation in the first place. That's how, to make someone's understand this. So this is the process. This is a general thing. Same thing we data management team does. Whenever the data we see in a clinical data management platforms, we review the data. And if I see any mistakes, if I see any errors, I generate a question to the site. Now, why would you ask a question to the site? Because they are the one who generate a query. I mean, they are the one who enters the data. So today's session is about query management. We already discussed about the discrepancy management, where we spoke about what kind of errors that can happen at the site. So can someone tell me what kind of errors that can, or what kind of mistakes that can happen at the site? I asked you all to take note of it, right? So tell me. Come on, guys. You all forgot, or you didn't try it at all? What are the common mistakes that happen at the site? What happened, guys? Okay, good. Someone is going to talk. Okay. I will share my screen, but if you have any answer, please feel free to talk. Okay, let me share my screen. Oh, someone said mention. Okay, sorry. Incomplete data collection. Okay, furthermore, like incomplete, yeah, incomplete data collection. But can you talk more about it? Like, so what kind of data that can go wrong? Okay. So we already seen what is the discrepancies. The discrepancies are the inconsistencies inconsistencies that we find in the clinical trial data as per the study protocol. So now, whenever you identify any mistakes, whenever you see any errors, what we do, we generate a query or we write a query to them. So what are this query management? What are the tools that we need? So if you see that the general tips to ask a question to the site are the general tips for the query wording. If you're not talking, can you all be on mute? Yeah. So if you see that, first you need to have a good understanding and the guidelines. So the good understanding and guidelines helps you to have how to how to generate a query. Or for example, let's say the query management plan or the data management plan. You should know whether I can write this query, or whom should I write this query to, whether I can ask this query or not, whether it's feasible or not, or what they entered is right or not, the data. Be precise point while wording the query text. So whenever you talk, people always try to talk to the point precisely, right? So it's important that everything we talk should be precise. Okay, and use proper punctuation and grammatical corrections. Sometimes, the clinical trial can happen in many Europe countries, like Germany. If you see, they don't talk English mostly. They try to, or if you see the country like Korea, they don't talk English at all. So, but the query will be in the English only. So whenever we generate a question to this kind of countries, we will use the proper grammar. That is the reason, right? I asked you people to talk. So when you talk, you will think how to keep the question in the line. And also that whenever we generate a question to the site, it's important that we ask in a such a way that we will only ask in those very not lengthy question, very small, and avoid the repetition words. Knowledge of the protocol, this is main important, guys. If you don't know your um, protocol, then you will never able to write a query. In the first place itself, you should know whether this I can write this query or not. Let's say an example of a patient age should be between 40 to 60. So they've entered 45 years. Now, can I enter this? Can I generate a query to the site? No, I don't have to. Why? Because the protocol itself says that 45 to 60, because it is right according to the protocol. If you ask a query to the site in this situation, then it will be a mistake from our end only. That is the reason you should know what is protocol and state a problem in simple way. Every issue is a way to explain the simple way. So these are the general tips that you can query writing. So there are three types formulas, LSA, that is locate the discrepancy, state the discrepancy, ask for the resolution. Okay, let's say you have a doubt on doubt on discrepancy management that we discussed. Now, how would you ask? Like we discussed discrepancy management yesterday. I have a question or I have a doubt on what is the definition of discrepancy. So you told me, you asked me where exactly your doubt is and what exactly it is, and you're asking for the resolution, right? Now that's how the simple way of going about what is the query text. Now, whenever we are writing a query, it should be specific, sufficient, accurate, neutral, non-threatening, non-leading. Neutral, non-threatening means, um, so tell me which query is good, which is bad, and why. Tell me. So I have two types here, leading queries, non-leading queries. You tell me why it is good, why it is bad. You'll take a minute and tell me. Yes, I need answer from everyone. It's not, you all made a time, right? 1 hour time you all took. So that means, so that, that means you all give some, importance for these sessions, right? That you are taking. So that means you need to have that you need to show that importance while, by talking. So what is good query? What is bad query and why? Come on, guys. You all need to talk. Non-leading queries are good as they're in detail, while leading queries are so brief. Okay. Okay. You said me very broadly. So why it is bad? I know what good, I mean, what detailed information you have seen. Very good. That's correct. But what lead, I mean, what good information you've seen it, or what detailed information you've seen in non-leading queries? What I already said is correct, but I want to see that why it is correct. Come on, guys. You all said correct. Non-leading query are better because it's avoid bias. Bias. Okay, fine. But guys, it's okay. You can talk. If it's wrong, us that's fine. So what bias you're seeing? Questions are asked well and situations are explained well. Okay, questions, situations, that's okay. Okay, anything else that you see? What you read it both, you'll see some differences. Prepare to talk, guys. We have many questions to we have many questions that I will be asking. Okay, I'll tell. If you see here, the date of the physical exam is correct. Incorrect. Per source documents, please change this to the third. So they're giving the direct instruction. So here there should be specifically you should talk sufficient information to be given that should be accurate, neutral, non-threatening, non-leading. So if you see here, per protocol, that means they're talking per protocol. That means they're trying to tell them that we have a base of the protocol, we have a proof, we have evidence that your trial needs to be according to the protocol. As per the protocol 6.1 paragraph, pre-study physical exam assessment should be equal after IC update. So if the date of the physical exam is correct, please verify protocol deviation. That means if you think what you entered is correct, then it's not, it's against the protocol. So you need to raise a deviation. But if you think the date is incorrect, what you enter, then change it. So we are giving option to the site. So they will look into the data and But here, what happened in lead inquiries, I'm directly telling them to change. What if it's correct what they entered, right? So what they entered is right. If you ask them to change, no, that cannot be done. Okay. So now, guys, I'm telling you all need to participate in coming slides. We have a few slides that you need to identify the error. Okay. So no messages. Everyone has to unmute and talk. If you think your grammar is incorrect, that's okay. Even I'm not perfect 100%. Okay. So read these 3 lines and there is a mistake. Identify what is that mistake. First 3 lines, you read it. The study has 10 visits. The visit V means visit. This was done on the 11th November. Okay. So read it and tell me what is the error. Everyone has to participate. Everyone has to participate. Guys, there is error. There is a mistake here. You need to identify what is that mistake. Still no update. No one is talking. Read carefully. If you all done your medical, bachelor's or master's, you should be able to identify this. Read this first 3 lines. There is an error.
Sir, I think stop the time also is needed.
What more? Can you repeat again?
Stop the timing also I think we should enter.
Stop time.
Yeah, we should enter might be that one also.
Okay, stop time should be entered. Okay, anything else? One thing and start date is 14th before start. Very good. Exactly. See that the patient had come on 11th November 2007. So there is adverse event, that is intestinal bleeding. The start date is 11th November, time 8:58, severity severe, action study drug stopped. Okay, death is no, outcome resolved. That means patient resolved. So that means when it is resolved, there should be stop date because it's cured. But if you see the stop date, it's in October, not in the November. Very good. Now read next rest of the lines and tell me there is an error. I mean, there is an error. Tell me. Come on, guys. Talk. It's okay. Study drug. d- Study drug dropped. Okay. Anything else? Yes. That's okay. If it is wrong, also that's totally fine. Think logically.
லெவன்த் நவம்பர் 2025 அப்போ வந்து சொல்லிட்டு மறந்துட்டேன் சார் சரி
Like, can you talk clearly, guys?
இப்போ 23 என்ன கிளம்ப பாருங்க
No answer? Okay. Fine, guys. I'll tell you. Anyone else? Okay, I'll tell you. So if you see here, the on visit 6, they have also mentioned angina. Start date is 11th November. Time is 12:25. Severity is moderate. Action study drugs. They have stopped. Death no. Outcome improved. Stop date. So you tell me if you are a doctor and patient um, saying that it's been improved, but he didn't say it's completely stopped. He said improved, improved than before. Then you will continue the medication or you'll continue to observe the patient because patient still has the disease, but it's only improved compared to last time. But why stop it? That is a mistake. So when there is an outcome is improved, there shouldn't be no stop date. Again, here unstable angina, start date is 28th November, time, severity, severe, action, none, death, patient has died. Outcome is worsened, stop date is 28th November. So if you see here, here they mention outcome is worsened. I'll tell you that why we are talking about the disc. Okay. Okay. So one is the start date and stop date. Someone rightly mentioned. And the other one is the outcome stop date. Third one is the death and the outcome worsen. So when outcome itself is the death, it's not worsen. It became worse. That's the reason patient died. Okay. Action 2. Remember, look at this data carefully. Patient lung pain, lung cancer patients, I means inclusion, C means criteria. Inclusion criteria age is 18 to 60 years. Okay. Now, tell me what is the error here?
Exceeded the inclusion criteria.
What is that, ma?
Uh, it should be 18 to 8. Inclusion criteria is more, I think so. Like
What is
it
that
has
inclusion?
exceeded. It should be, the age should be 81 actually. So
Exactly. So here, the age, okay, someone, patient age is more than 60. Exactly. Very good. 1 point. Anything else? Any other mistakes? So what is error here? Come on, guys. What is one more error here? They should have mentioned what are the other specifics. Where? Exactly. Place of birth. Good. Now, so tell me what are the other errors here? Tell me. Cell type. What happened? Cell type here. I didn't get it. What is this? Yeah, cell type they missed. Very good. Okay, anything else?
Permanent date should, like, if they have stopped, they should mention the date, no, sir.
Exactly. Exactly. Very good. There should be there should be stopped. Very good. Anything else? Okay. One more. What are the mistake here?
They have not mentioned the safety lab dates, like date of sample date.
Very good.
And
The
even
other
in
one?
this next one in urine, like either it's collected or not, that one also they have not mentioned.
Very good. Anything else?
That's also.
Okay. So this you may not understand. I'll explain what is that. Good. So anything else here?
Sir, is it the same patient, whatever you were showing from the first time?
Yeah, same patient.
Then the patient was a male patient, no, sir.
Exactly. That is a data issue. Exactly. Okay. What else?
So, like, whatever pregnancy testing has been done, it's everything is wrong. Like, it should be no, and then they have to specify that it was a male patient. So everything will be coming as a no only,
True.
like not
Correct.
applicable. It will be.
Exactly. Anything else here? Any mistakes?
If the vitals were not taken, then how they have like mentioned the vitals?
What is it? What is it?
Like in the there is a question saying asking were vital signs taken. Then they have marked as no. Then
Okay.
how they have mentioned here all the vitals?
Very good. That's how it is. So now here we said that the vital signs no, but however there is a um they mention the results, right? That's what. So here is mistake is they're supposed to keep as a S. Good. Any mistake here? So what is error? Come on, I need answers because this is the last slide. So I want you all to talk, not as a message. Come on, you can.
Sir, I think in that onset date, for injection site reaction, they have written 10 Jan when it started, and again they have written at 9 Jan it got stopped. So it can't
Mm-hmm.
be the prior date, right?
Very
It
good.
can be like 11th or 12th.
Okay, anything else? Anything else?
Sir, something I feel like some in nausea they have mentioned no action taken, and in that they have mentioned treatment required is yes. So I think something should be added over there.
Which one? Which one?
For the nausea, sir.
What happened, nausea?
It's written no action is being taken, but in
Okay.
the second part it's written yes, like treatment required is
Okay.
yes.
Okay, very good. That's a good
So I
question. I'll
think in
tell you.
that action taken, yeah.
Okay. Here they said relationship to the study. That means the nausea not caused by the study drug. Because that's the reason they mentioned no. Since there is no relationship between the drug and the adverse event, action taken regarding the study drug, there is no relationship. The nausea is not because of the study drug. That's why they have not taken any action to the study drug. So when, let's say you're a doctor, so you're given one patient on a medication. So next day he came and said that because of the medication, I started feeling vomitings. What would you say? Hey, nothing will happen, man. Take. No, what, either you will decrease the dose, increase the dose, stop the medication, change the medication. Am I right? But
Yes,
if there is no relationship between the drug and the event, drug and the adverse event, you will not take any action. Let's say you gave medication for stomach pain, but somehow the patient um, fell down while walking. Like patient he got some burnt, right? So now the bunch and the stomach pain is not relative because the medication you give him for something, but he did something to his hand while cooking. Right now, you will come and ask, stop the medication. No, you will not stop the medication because there is no relationship. That's what happened here. Action taken regarding the study drug, no action taken because the nausea is not because of the study drug. Treatment required, of course. Treatment required for what? The concomitant medication to be given for nausea. Am I clear?
Yes, sir. But sir, and in CTC grade we have mentioned, no, sir. Why like we didn't mention any CTC code for resolution date?
Resolution date. Where is the resolution date?
No, like
Okay,
we
while
have put. Yeah,
while for the resolution date, they have not mentioned, right?
yeah. Yes, sir.
Okay, that is another error. Okay, anything else?
I think that's all.
Good. Yeah, identify here. Everyone needs to talk, guys.
Sir, here dome perizon power 30 mg. That's 10 mg, sir.
Come on, guys. Whoever is not talking, please unmute. I mean, mute yourself. Okay. So whoever is talking can unmute.
Sir, I think I don't know like in this there will be an error or not. But in while doing source entry,
Mm-hmm.
if we do something like crisscross over there, I think we
Mm-hmm.
need to put entry error and then we have to sign right before that.
Exactly. So if you see here, they made a mistake here. So first they mentioned 3, but they mentioned 2. So
Yes, yes.
since they have made a mistake here, they have put their credentials and the date of it. The date they made errors. So but here they made error, but they did not do that process here. Okay, that is one of the issue. Very good. So another 2 more. So you tell me what happened here.
Again, here also CTC grade like CTC grade should be mentioned. Where there is no resolution been taken, so CTC code will be not been like applied here.
Okay, very good. Okay, what happened here? Okay, there's no error here. Good. That's really good. Any questions? So this is how we identify errors. I know you all, given a lot of, messages I've read. Okay, but make sure that you all talk. The reason that I come up with this success today because I want you all to talk. That is a reason. Okay, so good. Any questions here?
Sir, I have one question.
Mm-hmm.
Sir, like think in one like protocol, like there are 6 visits, okay. So if in the first visit, date of visit, we have written like 1st November 2025, and in the next
Okay.
visit we have mentioned as like after 15 days. So I didn't mention November, but I wrote it as 11th.
Mm-hmm.
And like, is it correct? Like, or do we have to mention it in the same thing only? Like November only you have to mention. Is it like
The
something
consistency should
related?
be. We should make that consistencies. So
So
that
you mean
means
like if I have written November, then
exactly,
I should be like till 6th visit, I have to write November only.
exactly. Any other questions, guys? Very good. Any other questions, guys? Okay. So if no questions, that's all from my end, guys. Thank you so much. Bye bye.